What would you do if your own family banned you from your mother's birthday, because they thought you'd embarrass them, only to realize you were more successful than they ever imagined? My name is Ryan, and this is the day my parents learned the price of underestimating me. I hadn't seen my family in over 2 years, but this year I decided to surprise them, arrive early, bring gifts, and make things feel normal again. I called home, expecting a warm welcome. Instead, my father answered with a strange, tense tone. "Ryan, maybe don't come home this year." I thought he was worried about my schedule. I laughed it off, saying, "It's fine, Dad. I already cleared my calendar." But then he said it, the sentence that still echoes in my mind. "Jessica's boyfriend is coming. He's successful, someone important. You coming home would just embarrass the family. And if you insist, don't call me your father." He hung up. No hesitation. No second chance. I stood frozen, staring at my phone. Then I opened my banking app, because for the last 2 years, I'd been quietly paying my parents' bills. Power. Water. Internet. Nearly $400 a month. Scrolling through the history, the total glared back, $9,842.17. Almost $10,000. Given freely. Without a word of thanks. Yet somehow, I was still the family's embarrassment. That was the moment something inside me shifted, not with anger, but with clarity. I cancelled every automatic payment. Not as revenge, but as self-respect. 3 weeks later, my mother's birthday arrived. I stayed home, sipping a cold cup of coffee, while my phone buzzed non-stop. First, a text from my mom, "The power's out. Can you pay the bill?" Then my dad, "No water. We can't cook. Handle it now." Finally Jessica, "Internet's down. Guests are arriving. Please fix this urgently." I didn't reply. Not because I was bitter, but because I finally realized, they weren't calling because they missed me. They were calling because I was the only one who ever carried their weight. Then, a video call. Aunt Lauren, one of the few relatives who still believed in me, looked worried. Behind her, I could hear uneasy laughter and awkward whispers. And then, out of nowhere, Jessica's boyfriend stepped into frame. He glanced at me, hesitated, and said, "Hey, boss." The room went silent. People murmured, "Wait, did he say boss?" Jessica's boyfriend, Hudson, straightened up and spoke clearly. "I work at Pacific Terrytech. Ryan, he's one of the company's co-founders." The whispers stopped. The air went still. I gave a calm nod, then said only, "Hope your big introduction goes perfectly." And ended the call. That night, I slept better than I had in years. The next day, an email from Hudson arrived. "I didn't know you were Jessica's brother. I've always respected you at the company, but after what I saw, I can't stay with her. Thank you for not putting me on the spot." I replied simply, "That's your choice. Just think it through carefully. I don't mix family with work." Soon after, Jessica texted me, begging me to convince Hudson to come back. I didn't answer. Because by then I understood, apologies that only come after consequences, aren't apologies at all. A week later, my parents arrived at my house unannounced. They apologized at first, quietly, awkwardly. But then came the real reason for their visit. "If you could send us $2,000 a month," my mother said, "it would really help. It's not much for someone like you." I stayed calm. "What about Jessica? How much will she be contributing?" They went silent. My mother muttered excuses about her job being unstable, her breakup taking a toll. I leaned forward. "If Jessica agrees to pay the same amount, I'll do it too. Or, if you want me to cover everything, I'll need a legal agreement that the house will be mine after you pass." My father slammed his hand on the table, shouting about disrespect and obligations. I stood, looked him in the eye, and said quietly, "I think you should leave my house." They left without another word. And that was the last time I saw them. 2 years have passed. No birthday wishes. No calls to ask how I'm doing. Only silence, except when they need something. I used to believe family was forever. But I've learned something far more important: love without respect is just dependency. So I ask you, was I wrong for walking away? Or was I finally learning to value myself at the right time? If this story spoke to you, share your thoughts below, and subscribe for more stories that reveal what family really means.